You are now entering the Horror Sanctum.
Hello and welcome back to the Horror Sanctum podcast. I am Jay with John, Kellen, and TJ, and happy Thanksgiving week. This is our Thanksgiving episode. That's why I'm wearing my cranberry shirt. Get it? Huh? Huh? So we did Thanksgiving last week. Honestly, I would like last year. I would have liked to have done that one again. That's a great movie. But this year we're going Oscar nominated, critically acclaimed, Criterion worthy 2008's Thankskilling, directed by Jordan Downey. If you're not familiar, that's understandable. That's why we're here. Uh, it's almost ridiculous to read the synopsis, but here we go. A possessed turkey terrorizes five college students during Thanksgiving break. This is on Tubi. If you want to watch it first, go now. If not, spoilers ahead.
Spoilers ahead and spoilers. Nobody ever watch this absolute fucking abomination of a film ever. Let's start from the beginning. Uh, there's like an opening that's like sounds like an NES game intro. Sounds like they stole a Casio keyboard from a Goodwill. I'm assuming they stole it because clearly they don't have any money. They didn't pay for it. When I looked at this movie initially, it's 1 hour and 7 minutes, and I thought, well, that's pretty short. No, it's an eternity. This movie, 1 hour and 7 minutes, feels like 4 hours of this fucking movie. Um, and I say this sincerely, and I am not kidding. The fan film that I did, Slender, with friends of mine from a decade ago, is better than this movie, and I sincerely mean that. And
Tell them where
I
they can find it.
You can find it on YouTube. If you look up Slender under Creekwood Pride, you can find Slender. And if you honestly like this movie more than Slender, you tell me and I'll send you something. I'm not promising what I'll send you, but I'll send you something.
A bag of dicks.
A bag of dicks, yeah. I think what's so a bummer about this is I've heard about this movie for years. It's always been like a Thanksgiving silly movie you can watch. What's bad is that with the right budget and the right people and the right director, this kind of thing could be pretty fun. I think if you had like actually someone design a killer turkey that's actually scary and make it still funny, but give it a budget. I don't know who should direct it. Maybe, like a James Gunn back in the day or somebody like an Eli Roth, like up his alley, I think. Somebody who could put an edge to it. I think there's something there 100%. But this movie, I mean, we were talking about trauma and stuff. This makes Trauma and Full Moon. It's like they seem like Warner Brothers to this. Like they're so much better than this. And I know it's an indie film. I know Gravitas Ventures put it out. I think the budget was like $13,000. But
Gravitas Ventures will put out absolutely anything.
Google has it at $3,500.
3,500. Okay. Okay, exactly.
That's what IMDb
And
says too. Yep.
the first thing you need to know about this is there's a group of kids in a car, and for some reason they decide to make not one but two John Benet Ramsey jokes.
Who does that?
Three. They made
2008.
They make
That's the
three.
same
They
one,
made
right?
three.
It's
The
the
first
exact
one-
same one.
It's the exact same joke.
The
They say it
first
3
one they
times.
said it and nobody really says anything, and then the second time they're like, that's a good one, and then the third time it's like Tommy Boy and they mess up the punchline. Whereas I could get a good look at a T-bone by sticking my head up a bull's ass, but I'd rather take the butcher's word for it. They do that kind of joke, but they mess it up and nobody laughs at the third time.
That's
Like
fine.
who does
It was
that?
terrible every time.
And I think the first kill in the movie is the turkey killing the lassie dog. And that automatically is a star off for me. Even as a joke, I'm like, star off. You kill a dog, fuck off. You star off for that. And then I mean, this movie, it's like recollecting just scenes in my head. Like you have the guy and the wife in the kitchen, and she takes a shit in a coffee pot, and someone wrote that down. Someone made a movie. They wrote on a script. They said, "Let's have a lady shit in a coffee pot. We're gonna make it look like shit, and that's gonna be funny." Somebody wrote that on a script.
But when you say
It's
it
probably
like
based
that,
on real experience.
You think so? You think that really happened?
Probably.
I mean,
How else do you make this shit?
I don't know.
Unless you're drinking shit.
You know, I don't understand what's happening either. They're together. The friends are like going camping on Thanksgiving. First off, I mean, I know it's fall, it's cold, but like who goes camping on Thanksgiving? Like I've never that's such a weird thing. And then they leave and then they go to their houses and it's just like I had so many questions watching this. I'm like, who funded this? Like, why did they make this? Why what were they thinking when they made this? Because this is like 2007, you know.
Also, it didn't take them that long to get from where they were camping to their house.
No. No. And you know, everybody puts this in a list of a Thanksgiving film. Everybody talks about this movie. This should not be on any list anywhere. This should be in banned. You know, how, like in the 80s, they banned, what was it, video nasties? They should ban movies like this. This movie should be banned. I call for censorship of shit like this.
Book
Like,
burning, book
yes.
burning, John.
Exactly. Thankskilling, DVD burning. That's what I call for. If you're going to censor things, censor this, censor Skinamarink, censor the shit that should never be made, that wastes people's time. Um, I know that you guys, when we watch Blood Rage, I know some of y'all were just kind of meh about it. I mean, honestly, Blood Rage, Jay, you said it earlier, Blood Rage is criterion to this movie.
Well, and Blood Rage has a joke 3 times in it, but at least that one's actually comical.
Exactly.
And it wasn't cranberry sauce.
Exactly. Um, you know, I don't know what else I can say. I mean, the whole thing, there's obviously like an RA scene, I'm not gonna say the word, but a scene in it. It's pretty rough. It was so bad, an hour and 7 minutes, and I had to fast forward through it. An hour, and I was an hour and 7 minutes. And I'm like, how bad can you mess up a movie? And you know, we've covered a lot of bad films, and I thought like, well, we can't get any worse. This got worse. This was the worst, and I could not believe it. So I want to see what you guys think because I was just astonished by how terrible this was. So
Yeah, I went ahead and wrote something down while you were talking after your first sentence about this movie. I said,
Trash.
John crushed it. No notes. So that's it. I don't have anything else to add. John was perfect. I started this movie and I actually said within the first 10 seconds, I was like, fuck this film. This is, it starts zoomed down on a pilgrim's boob. And I could understand if she was like roughed up and no, she literally just had her boobs out because there was no tearing in her dress or anything while she's running from a turkey in a field, which makes no sense. It would have made more sense if she was like banging a pilgrim and the turkey busted in and she ran up. But no, it's just she's standing behind a tree with her tits out and then the movie starts. I'm like, what?
She's also apparently a D-grade porn star from back in the day too.
Well, I mean, anything she did in that genre was probably better than this garbage.
This
Hour
is the
and 10
one
minutes.
movie she says that apparently she says that she is not proud of doing.
I was railed by 10 guys at once, and I still enjoyed that more than this film. That's probably what her quote was. Hour and 10 minutes, 43% on Rotten Tomato. You're telling me 43% of the viewing population of this film enjoyed it?
That's what's wrong with this generation.
43%. That means 43 out of 100 people that saw this were like, yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I'm sorry. At that point, I have to really question whether or not you enjoyed it or you're enjoying it to be different. Because
That's
there's
higher
no
than
way-
half the Halloween sequels on Rotten Tomatoes.
Exactly. It's higher than 70% of the Saw movies. For $3,500 budget, and it shows the puppet is terrible, which is why they keep him moving, because when he opens his mouth, you can tell it's just a latex puppet. There's no attempt to show that it has a throat, it has a tongue, anything. It's just, hey, what's going on? The only redeeming part of this movie, and when John was talking about the Toxic Avenger 2023, is when he pulls the guy from around the corner, hey, come over here, was this. And that actually.
That's the only semi-funny thing in the movie.
Because it was so stupid and absurd that they didn't recognize that it's a turkey wearing her dad's. They're just like, hi, Dad. Oh, hey, honey. That actually made me laugh out loud, not because it was brilliant, but because of how absolutely absurd the entire premise was. And that is the only part of this movie that even resembles something worth putting into a DVD player or a Blu-ray player and hitting play. The only thing this should be used for is skeet shooting. That's what this disc should be used for, because this is horrible. The John Benet Ramsey joke that they loved so much they threw it in 3 times. I've seen Slender by John and his friends. I 100% agree. That's an Oscar worthy film compared to this. All the stereotypes in this movie, they have them all, and they did them wrong. The jock is not a bad guy. The goofy, heavy-set guy that's supposed to be the jock's best friend, that's supposed to be a jerk, he doesn't even pull off being a jerk well. He's friends with the nerd who comes along for no reason other than the fact that he's coming along. They invite him along because reasons, I guess. The one girl is like, I'm so modest. I'm like, you're a slut. Okay, we've got her. But then she doesn't even act that slutty, except her terrible dialogue that's delivered like a high school student who got thrown in at the last second in a play of Macbeth, and doesn't really know what she's supposed to be doing except talking in random scenes. That sheriff was way unbothered for somebody who just drank shit coffee. I'm sorry. The size of the turd that was in that coffee, and it shows it, and he's like, well, damn. And then just goes back like it's a normal day. I'm sorry. I would have been Ace Ventura. I'd have been with a plunger. Oh, I'd have been throwing up all over the table. He was just like, I lost another one. Shit coffee. Oh, I knew it wasn't Folgers. Goes on about his day. If this was in the bucket, I hate you for putting it. If this was just a suggestion because it is a Thanksgiving movie and we do holiday themed movies at the appropriate time, fair play. You got me to watch it. I can never unsee it. And they made 2 others. Is that
Just
correct?
one other,
Okay,
but they called it part 3. So we can do that next year.
No, please don't. This movie, as I was watching it, whoever did the audio dubbing was terrible. It sounds like an old VHS camcorder. And then I looked up the time that this movie was made and realized the iPhone came out a year before this. So they probably shot this on an old shitty iPhone with their hand covering the audio port so that they couldn't get, or covering the microphone so they couldn't get good audio, because it's terrible. And the director played the turkey and thought that he did a great job, I'm assuming, because he released this piece of garbage out into the wild. The only thing that should have happened is they should have mercy killed the turkey in the first 5 minutes and had a great Thanksgiving. End of film. That's all I have to say. This was trash. This was actually trash. This gave me better respect for Halloween 4. And I've been talking to Vito, off air on Instagram about other movies and different things. And we've actually had some very productive conversations. And so in honor of Vigo, I'm giving an extra half point to Halloween 4 because this movie is that bad.
Ooh, you heard it here. I'm not
Wow.
changing the videos or anything though. So
Wow. Well, what do you say after all that? I mean, y'all pretty well covered it. I mean, this isn't a movie. Let's be real. It's barely an assemblage of scenes with a plot and something that sort of resembles acting. I mean, $3,500. I don't even know what they spent that on, to be honest with you, because it seems like they could have just done all this shit for free with a little old Sony Handycam from back in the day, like I used to have. I mean, I get the premise. There was a potential to make a fun B movie if there had have been any kind of a script that wasn't tasteless, not landing John Benet Ramsey jokes, and just a foul-mouthed puppet that doesn't even have any good one-liners or anything. I didn't. This movie was so bad that I watched this years ago when it was like everybody was talking about it, and there was this was way before Thanksgiving ever come out, which is the definitive Thanksgiving horror film now. And there just wasn't a lot of Thanksgiving horrors. That and Blood Rage, and then you get a murderous turkey. Like the premise of that would be a great Trauma film if Lloyd Kaufman made it, or anybody that Trauma would ever, distribute. There's a reason Trauma didn't distribute this, because it's not even up to the tier of low grade Trauma, even by 2008 standards.
imagine Trauma telling you we're good.
Yeah, right. I mean, this come out around the time Poultrygeist come out, and Poultrygeist is like a Criterion masterpiece, shit jokes and all, compared to what this was. This was so bad, I forgot that I attempted to watch it years ago and then turned it off at the turkey rape scene because at that point it was already horrible, one of the worst things I'd ever seen, and then that just baked the turkey for me. Uh, Basted it and all.
Well, and
And
when she kicks the turkey out, isn't she in a room and then somehow launches that turkey 50 feet across the yard
yeah,
outside of the house into
makes
a
no
bonfire?
sense.
How the hell
There's no logic here. The puppet's bad, the dialogue's bad, the script is bad, the acting's bad, the lighting and the audio is bad. I mean, this is not even a good student film. I'm surprised this ever got. How did this get distribution? And the remake of The Toxic Avenger that we just recently spoke about took 2 years to get distribution. But I mean, granted, it's through Gravitas Ventures, which they will put out anything. They will not pay the filmmakers anything, but these filmmakers didn't need to be paid. It was a kindness and a service to them to put this out in any form or fashion. It shouldn't have been done, and they certainly shouldn't have went back to the well to make a sequel. And what pisses me off is now that it's a good title for a Thanksgiving horror film. They've killed that title now. The premise of a killer turkey. It could be done very well. But no, not this. It's not it.
I think
Not
that's the
it.
thing. I think that's the thing you and John both hit on. This could have been something.
Yeah.
The whole idea works when you have a movie called Rubber or a movie called what is it, Jeans or something like that about killer blue jeans.
Slacks.
Killer
Right.
Slacks.
Ronnie
You can
Millsap
make. There's a
could've
movie
picked up
about a
the
killer
camera.
couch. You could make this could have been something. Instead, they ruined every other turkey-based killer movie that'll ever be made.
Right. Now it will be compared forever to this, which no one should ever compare anything to this because any attempt at this idea other than this one would be inherently better than this one. We could all just film something on Zoom here and and uh just figure out some hand puppets or something and we could come up just pulling out of our ass something better than this assemblage that they called a film was. And I mean, it's a travesty that this was made. Is my definitive answer.
That's a better turkey than whatever that.
You can see the whole turkey. You never see the whole turkey in the real movie.
So I'm gonna start by crossing out my original rating. So okay, this was not in the bucket. Fuck y'all. I put it on because I wanted everyone to suffer. In the early 2000s, there was a place called CD Warehouse. Kellen's familiar with it in Madison, Rivergate. And they would have things I called unicorns, which were these things you hear about, but you were never allowed to see. Battle Royale was the biggest one that ever came out of that. Battle Royale, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. You had to go to the guy who's working and say, hey, do you have Battle Royale? And then he'll go underneath, sometimes get it out of a safe, and because it was banned.
Is that a Korean film?
Yes.
South Korean?
Wait, no, it's Japanese.
Japanese.
Oh, Japanese. Okay.
So this was one of those unicorns because you always heard about this and you can never find it anywhere. So I have a small bit of nostalgia for this movie, as odd as that sounds. No one, I was worried John was going to get really hard and mean on the theme because my first note is the opening theme bumps. Like, I don't know what it was about it. I was watching it work and I'm like, okay. And it was probably the director doing it with his free hand, Turkey in the other, while he was directing, playing the score. And
I think it actually is the director's.
It's definitely.
So
yeah.
I was like, man, this kind of gets it. I'm like, I can't wait to put this on our playlist on Amazon Music. But
Stick to music, dude.
we've already touched on the thing. Like it's a trauma movie that's not a trauma movie, like Street Trash was, right? But Street Trash again, is another option that would be Oscar worthy compared to this movie. This is not a good movie. This is an awful, awful, awful movie. And we're lucky it was only an hour, 7 minutes, because that 4 hour movie John watched would be 18, 12 hours long. TJ, you said the rape scene. That was the part where it was a no-go. Like that's the line. Like I can understand, like even the jokes, like they're trying to be funny. It's probably funny to them. It's their money. Who cares? They were young. But like when you cross that line, it takes away the endearing cult possibility of that film.
They're intentionally trying to be raunchy,
Yes.
just for the sake
Yeah.
of it.
And when you can tell that people are intentionally trying to be that, that's when it's kind of off-putting, and that was very off-putting. The dog dies, that's always half a star, but there's just that little nostalgia, and I don't watch it every year. I couldn't watch it every year, but I do watch it more than I should, and I do own it, just because it holds a special place in my heart from those college days, and Kellen being Spider-Man at CC's Pizza with a see-through costume, see the weirdos episode on that one, but there's just that nostalgia there for me because it meant something. Another weird movie, just before we get to our rankings, that has a special place in my heart, which is very fucking weird, is Jeepers Creepers 2, and I don't know why.
I like that movie.
Even looking at the cover of it, I just
The
get this little
side eye
feeling.
and pause that John just gave when you said that was fantastic. I wish that the green box would have been around him because he literally went.
Get out of here. I don't know. There's something about that movie, wherever I watched it, who I watched with, whatever, it just has some meaning to me. So Thanksgiving is awful. It's garbage, and I'm glad. This is kind of like me making you watch The Strange Thing or The Funny Thing About the Johnsons. Like let's all watch this and talk.
At least that was 14 minutes.
Oh, that was a good. That was a good short though. I did like
it
it.
was good. It was awful, awful, awful. Right. So
It's well made, at least.
yeah. But my other big note is just like trauma telling you no.
What's worse, the turkey assault scene in this or the the whole premise of the Johnsons?
Same thing.
Well,
So, all right. I'm interested in these rankings and to see what my final answer will be after I hear everyone else. John, what was you said? You said John gave it a 4 out of 5.
I'm scared
So-
for what Jay might give this, to be honest with you.
So I'm going to address this a little differently. Director Jordan Downey. I'm going to address this in lieu of Billy Madison, a wonderful son named Billy Madison. Mr. Downey, what you've just made is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever seen. At no point in your rambling, incoherent story were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational script. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having watched it. I award you no stars, and may God have mercy on your fucking soul. 0 out of 5.
Bravo.
that's fantastic.
I have a question.
Brilliant.
I have a question before Kellen gets into it. Do we think this is better, worse, or on par with Mickey's Mousetrap that we all gave zeros to?
Worse.
Worse.
Okay. Remember that when you
But
get
which
your
one do I
rating,
like
Jay.
better? It's this one.
Spoilers.
All right. Who's next?
Kellen.
Me. So only, I want to give it just a half a star again because this was so absurd. I cackled, but I can't because the whole rest of the movie diminishes that. And in the vein of what John said, anytime you kill a dog and an animal, except in the original Halloween, for whatever reason, that gets a pass. But anytime you kill a dog in a movie, you lose a half a star. So I'm right there with you, John. This is in the 0 category.
Peach.
It's not even a question. This is a 0 movie. If Mickey's Mousetrap gets a 0, this is a 0 movie. It's horrible. I will never watch it again, ever in life, and neither should anyone. If you are under the sound of my voice, put your hands on the screen. I will save you from this horror of this movie. Don't watch it.
So zeros all across the board so far.
What are you going to do?
The best it could do is if he gives it a 5, it's like a 1.75.
Right. Yeah.
Regardless of what he gives it, it's not reaching a 2.
I'm gonna go
Don't give it a spike grade.
I'm
Give it
going
a
to
real
go with a
grade.
0. This is a 0-star movie. But it's a half star in my heart.
That's a first. That's a first 0-star across the board movie.
No, we did
Mickey's
Mickey's
Mousetrap.
Mousetrap.
Did we
Was
all
it?
do
Was that a
Mickey's
0? I thought we gave that like a 1 or something.
No, across the board
Okay.
zeros.
Wow.
So this is second, double zeros.
Congratulations, Mickey
I
Mouse
would
Trap.
watch
You did
Mickey's
You
Mousetrap
did what
again before
2008
this.
Thankskilling did in,
See, I'm
in
not, like,
2024.
I don't hate it as much as y'all. But you know that. But I own the damn thing. So, but again, it has some meaning to me. So, all right, that puts us at a 0 for Thankskilling. Yeah, and I agree. I didn't say that, but like the potential for a movie like this is there.
That's what pisses
sure.
me off probably more than the movie is the fact that they killed a great title for a Thanksgiving horror film and a great concept.
So here's what needs to happen: Macon Blair. I know you're listening at home. Remake this, reimagine it. That's all we need.
With trauma.
There you go.
Yeah. So, all right, that does it for this episode. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to wherever you listen to this podcast. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok. Join our Facebook group and our Amazon Music playlist, where hopefully the theme from Thanksgiving will be on there if I can locate it. And come back next week when we kick off our Christmas horror month, I guess, with a first here at the Sanctum, a musical. Does anyone remember what we agreed on?
Was it Anna and the Apocalypse?
And the Apocalypse.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't watched that since I saw that in the theater when it first came
I've never
out.
seen it.
Good movie. That's our first musical. So, all right. We'll see you then. Signing off, I'm Jay with John, Kellen, and TJ. And until next time,
Keep it spooky. And for the love of God, don't ever watch Thanksgiving.
and happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble, gobble.